Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday, in which I'm pretty sure that the only thing in control when 300 squirrels are running amok is chaos. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. It is a good day. Hopefully, everyone is not feeling. Am I sure it's Tuesday? Yes. Yes, I am. What I am also sure is I need to take a quick nap in a sec. There we are. At least I hope it's. I hope it's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Cat. Is it Tuesday? You don't know. I'll take that as a yes. Welcome into everybody. We've got few people in, so let's get on with the welcomes before I lose any semblance of anything that's left over. We have Jerry May sneaking in before everybody. Frauke arriving with tea and cough drops. Oh dear, I hope you're not too bad, not feeling under the weather, Frauke. Superfast Feg arriving. I was going to offline, but you had to wait for stream to start. Yes, those are deliberately. I will get to those in a second. Blast Jordan, welcome in. 300 blocks of wood. I refuse to comment. Building us a nice campfire. Just so many bits of random. Welcome into Taran. Good to see you as well. Right, then I finally get to the point where I actually start stream. Good lord. Welcome into Seribot. Hey, Seribot. And Raven, welcome in. Then we start getting into the scurries and the scampers, and I'm trying to keep track of where the heck I am in this. Oh, right there. Yeah, there we are. Hail Hydrate. Cat's looking at me going, how long do you think you're going to be here, mate? And to go with a Hydrate, we have a stretch as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, there. Yep, that was one of the shoulders. That's always a good start. So, thank you for that, Jerry May, and everyone else. Remember, hydrate, stretch, med check if necessary. Do look after yourselves. Let's see, where are we? Don't want to give Blast control of 300 squirrels. That power will not be used responsibly. You think that Blast would be the one actually... I'm fairly sure that the squirrels would destroy Blast. Let's see, where are we going? Have you seen chat go gremlin with only 40 of us? I imagine that times 8. Yes, I've seen chat. You are all gremlins. I love it, but you're all gremlins. Squirrel. Ancients, welcome in. Good to see you. There was a Blissey in chat. I know I completely missed that. Let's see. Am I getting anywhere near catching up? Have I recovered? I almost have some of my brain. I did have to deal with the office today. Rare catch this. Well, I completely missed that one. Dope. I wonder if I even had it. Okay, apparently at some point I might have caught that, so it's rare that I already had. Thank goodness for that. Blast Jordan is on a 375 stream streak, my word. Should have ordered 75 more wood blocks for the occasion. Oh my. Sci-Fi, welcome in. It's Squirrel Day. Well, I mean, that's basically any day between Monday and Friday, isn't it? TGM, welcome in. Landstrad, welcome in as well. Yes, I do hope Frauke feels better soon. Canadian Dragon, good to see you. Am I getting anywhere with catching up here? Just the seasonal crud being mildly cruddy. 'Tis the season for the seasonal cruds. You have a woodcrafting project in mind, alright, now that you're looking at the size, yes, it's a bit out of hand. Aha, literally because you can't hold the thing. Cat is like, I'm going to start charging rent soon. Rent is to be paid in chicken and warm laps. Yep. Piece of mail that hit you in the nostalgic feels. Got an Amazon Kids gift catalog today. Brought back instant memories of both the consumers and Sears catalogs. Oh wow. Makes me think of the Argos catalogue, which always used to be the, yes, it's the seasonal Argos catalogue. Let's flick through all the toys. Katsune, welcome in. We'd like to mention chicken again yet. Only if we're feeding it to a cat. Not a clicking clue. True, you wouldn't want to egg you on. Oh, good lord. Yes. I'm going to move away from all of that, and let's right. I'm in IKEA, so I'm in completely the wrong area of the world. It is, however, useful to be in IKEA because I've redone the portal on the nether side for IKEA. I've also started doing the tunnels. Yep, there's a little bit of it. And if I switch on a few things, we can now see roughly where quite a lot of this goes. So end portal towers on Gordon's. That one, that one, that one, and that one. We can... Oh, and... So, we can now see all of the tower locations. Glam Pixie, welcome in! And in fact, we can see it better if I turn on shaders, so that we get a little bit more. Unfortunately, that tower is still embedded into a wall. This one, I think, is a bit better. There's one over... Did somebody just go kaboom? How dare you make things go kaboom while I'm trying to do my conversations? Oh, there you are. It's a sniper. It's a sniper ghast out hiding in the side tunnels. Good lord. Yes. So there's a lot to be removed for these towers to fit. In fact, I'm just going to turn off the towers. Actually, I'm just going to turn off visuals. I'm just going to turn off all of that. Camping sniper ghast, yes, highly fnurbley. But in addition to all of that being prepped, I did run the tunnel bores. Actually, let's turn on that. The tunnel bores out to Jurassic World have been run, which is... Yeah, that was nearly a mistake. I had to spend all day yesterday finishing them off because to actually run them, you have to remove the portals. And as you can see, there's a huge amount of not much space once they have been run. There were lots of bits of landscape in the way. So this took a huge amount of mining to finish. Have I banished the login issues? Yes. Mojang seems to have managed to fix their servers today. For anyone else who might not have noticed, Mojang's servers had a bit of a meltdown yesterday. Oh hey, a little bit of XP. Never gonna argue with that. My guess is Mojang, due to the fact that they released the Copper Cape is what a bit. The Copper Cape was announced yesterday. The Copper Cape requires you to either spend 5 minutes watching somebody on Twitch. Hi, hello. You probably have already just get an announcement about it. Or log into Bedrock and place a Copper Golem. Hey, Copper Cape just dropped for Frau Cape. Yes, I have drops switched on. Congratulations. So, we are here. Copper Cape looks quite nice. It really does. It really does. I'm going to borrow the cam account and show everything a little bit better for what got mined out. There used to be a large amount of land here. This portal had to be completely moved. Too bad the drops are unusable in Java. Oh, Chris, welcome in. I was hoping that they would be. Dang it. I know that some of the capes have been added later into Java. I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed on that one. Yeah. There was landscape here. There was a lot of landscape here. There now isn't. I dread to think what my netherrack mined count is, particularly given that I've started removing all of this as well. This needs to go. There's a convenient ravine here. I want to join up to it because it will help with placing, with getting all of this into a better location, and with the fact that this tower needs to exist. But yeah, all of this got mined out over the... actually, a lot of it got mined out yesterday. I think this will look fantastic with a tower in it over the warped wood forest. So for the last capes you've claimed haven't been available, so it's late. That's a shame. Yeah, I'm aware that they keep putting capes and emotes in for Bedrock, and it's just like, but I want them. I really wanted to make a joke about copper capes, but they all said to me, see you later. The amount of times you've abused this joke is absolutely appalling. Yes. Yes, it is. However, that's the Nether. The Nether will be Thursday. Let's try this with the chunks loaded. Back to Jurassic World. Chaos Twin, welcome in. Thank you for the streak. So we've built a rather nice looking enclosure. And at some point, this is going to have a whole heap of sniffers in it. I'm thinking probably 5 or 6. At which point, we'll have to put in somewhere for them to live, some landscaping for them, etc., etc. We'll get back to that. I think today I want to work on this building a bit. I thought Fnurbles was escaping through the nether portal for a minute. We've gotten up to about here. I think it would be nice to work on this wall. How are you doing, Cal? So let's bring the camera count around a little bit, so that it can keep an eye on Fnurbles as well for us, whilst we have a think about this wall. And get some materials. Place for them to hide out and not be visible with them pass, so that they don't get overwhelmed by the grand total of one person passing by the enclosure. Exactly. Yes. You don't want to you don't want to overwhelm your sniffers. Part of me is like, I should probably sort out the fact that sniffers take ages to grow up as well. Do I actually have sniffer eggs? Oh yes, I do. Hey, let's get a couple of pieces of moss in and start the growth of a couple of sniffers. Little EP, low energy day after staying up all night last night. I can't think what could have caused you to stay up so late last night, Kel. Oh. I should probably sort this out before we, You don't want to overwhelm your sniffers. You ask the cats to do something particularly egregious in the litter boxes. Oh, my. Yeah, that definitely is cat-like. Right, let's put one here. And one here. Let's try that again. Yes, I know. Oh, and we have a Pokemon in chat for those who might be interested in trying to catch it. Let's see. What should we do about that doorway that needs to be sniffer-proofed? I kind of feel it probably should have some copper doors on it. Let's see what happens if we put a oh, hold on. They probably want to put some... I can't get out. Thought for my chains, if the pieces attached to the walls were end rods, would it work as insulating points with sparks with the excessive electricity? That might be an idea. That might be an idea. Copper age drops. Suddenly everything is copper bars this, copper doors that. Yes. Right, going to be lurking and probably not paying attention. Look after yourself, Raven. If anyone comes up with a good 420 quote. Welcome in, Ritsu. I was already playing lots with copper, Taran. I know I'm playing more with it now, but yeah. It was bound to happen. I kind of was waiting for it for this build area. If it wasn't obvious. It had kind of been on the roadmap. Yes, I do have plans. Go back to the nether and play with blazes. So that we can get a good quote. But I don't like blazes. I don't want to play with the blazes. Actually, that probably feels like it would be better if these were on this side. I feel like I need a pair of trapdoors above those. I am not one for playing with the blazes. That said, I do need to set up a few things. And I don't know how or when we're going to do this, but I need an XP farm. Because using a cave a set of 3 cave spider spawners is Yeah, it's not brilliant. It might be that I go for an ender. It might might be that I go for something else. I don't know. I also am thinking it's probably time to consider my second TNT duper farm. Oh no! And maybe we'll make this one an actual proper tree farm. Not an actual proper tree farm. No, not the proper tree farms. Are there any other mob resources? Could be combined as an XP farm. I have pondered whether or not it would be good to... I have pondered if I would... I've considered a golden bartering farm. But that's just chaos. And would require significant amounts of the nether to be relocated. Or for me to get onto the roof of the nether. And I've never been onto the roof of the nether by hand myself. I don't know how to get up there. Pax's one is worth a look if it... Yes. On the other hand, the door opening away from the enclosure is a good way for the sniffers to end up outside. Every time you open the door, stares at cat who treats trying to... There was something else I was thinking. Oh, yes. Not that. That. I mean, that opens in rather than that. Yes, I can absolutely put in a pair of stone pressure plates in an area where there isn't anything to put them onto. That's better. Brilliant. That works. I was not planning on building in this area. I'm just only dealing with the sniffers, honest gov. But a blaze farm would also be useful because getting end rods is a nightmare. It's a nightmare that I don't want to do. And I really, really do not like end raiding, as you all probably remember. I also need a bee farm. Probably in the nether. So that they don't sleep. Because bees. Alright. Look after yourself, Blast. Blaze farms are pretty safe once they're set up. It's bee farm adjacent whilst I'm murdering the bees. I'm seriously pondering putting in enderpearl farms. Enderpearl chunk loaders next to small dedicated farms from here on out. Because that kind of feels like it would be the next thing. Actually arrange for some decent material growth in this world. Because we've survived for... Actually, do we know how old this world is? I'm curious. Chunk generation stats, iris debug, game light levels. Do we know where world information is now? Check update fabric generator for MC Creator. Dang, no update, no copper golems for you yet. Aww. I think there's been enough growth of materials, mostly in the blocks mined category. Yeah, I don't want to look at that. I have been refusing to look yet today. Ah, interesting. I don't see any... is there a bit that tells you... Actually, I suspect it's probably easier just to go to statistics and look at time in world. Oh yeah, time played, 139 days. Yeah. 3 years, 10.5 months. That too, Raven. Very much accurate. Talk to villagers 12,999 times. Oh. Number of raids triggered 116. I think that figure might be wrong, Feg. Given that it's now 744,000. What was the number of days played? 139.07 days. And that's the same time with World Open. It's currently 11.7 days since last death. Woohoo! I might actually not be dying at the moment. I might not be dying at the moment. Wow, that gives me confidence. Oh, hold on. I need andesite. I feel like I should probably be looking at the sniffers with the cam account instead of anything less interesting. Also looks like you've slept 84 times in bed per IRL day. I mean, that feels like it might not be an inaccurate thing to happen. Let's put that in. Wow. Really. So helpful. So, let's... Oh! The sniffers have hatched. We have snifflets. Oh, aren't they adorable? I love the feet. Thoughts on names? Ooh, I don't know. We'll have to think about that one. Little six-legged ghast eaters. Ghast eaters? They eat ghasts? They eat ghasts? Wait. What? Do they eat happy ghasts? I didn't know. Sniffy and Snuffy. Oh, that just makes me think of Snuffy from Sesame Street. Snuffy the Snuffleupagus. I am sure we will give them names at a future point. I'm going to let them grow up and settle in. They're the names you've used for your sniffers. I mean, it's not a silly set of names. Just avoid Flappy because Dutch satirical Christmas song. I both want to know and don't want to know simultaneously. It's called Flappy. Why does that sound like it's the sort of song that would end up in for some reason my brain is now going is now thinking about the film Chappie. Mostly because that's clearly the way my brain links things together. And for anyone who remembers that film, congratulations. Since we're on noses, what sailors blow their nose on a lot? Oh, sorry. What sailors blows their nose a lot? The anchor chiefs. That was terrible. Which is average around here. Hold on. Am I lined up with that? Yes, I am. Good. Now I can build the rear wall. And apparently I've been around Blast too long because the thought went through my brain of, excellent, I can do the nautical wall. It's the rear admiral wall. And we have a wheezing in chat, and I've just seen Feg's notes about Frauke's about the song that Frauke has mentioned, and how you should absolutely not go anywhere near it. Save your sanity. Save yourselves. Won't somebody think of the children? Yes, don't let them hear it either. I'm aware that this wall probably looks terribly bland right now, but we've dealt with bland walls in the past. Just because it's bland now, it doesn't mean it will stay bland. Oops. Also, it doesn't mean that I have to solve it now either. Excellent. That's good. That gives us the wall there, so that's a good start anyway. Right. Wally. Yes. Whoops. Let's go and quickly take a nap. That's a very big salmon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, blast. Blast. Thank you, Taran. Welcome in, Elkhorn. Your use of a fake email address, Blast, was classed as a link, and a please don't do that trigger. Well, Fnurbles is still busy doing nothing. You can't win at this. Correct. That's the idea, Blast. Am I going to find that one of these sniffers decides to climb the scaffolding if I'm not careful? Are you about to climb the scaffolding? Oh, we have a hydrate. He'll hydrate. I'll sit and look at a sploity boy while I'm doing this. And a stretch to go with it. Thank you, Feg. Oh, yeah, that's the other shoulder. It's always a good start. We've now popped both shoulders during this stream. Yay! Plops into a corner and rethinks on life's choices. I mean, we... I love the... Suddenly, a sniffer pops up over the side of the hill. Hello! It's the way that the nose suddenly appears. It's just like, hi, I'm a nose. Now there's a statement. Hi, I'm a nose. Let's see. Let's do a bit of the andesite and then a bit more of the stone. Bring that down to there. The thing that doesn't quite make sense is that I don't know where this wall is supposed to be. It's following nose to find all the good sniffs. It's alright, mate. It's only serious when Scots looks at you through their leggings or boots. Aha. Aha. You don't want Scots to be on the opposite side of you. Yeah. Where the heck is everything on this? Whee. Okay, so I should be working downwards from here. That shouldn't be there. Let's take out bits of this. Anything on the inside edge we can live without. It is very serious when Scots looks at you through his tootsies. I try to be serious. I try to be serious. I fail miserably. I try. I very try. Part of me feels like it'd be nice to have that step up from water to wall, but that means that that wall's the wrong size, and I don't want to have to rethink all of this, so I think I'm just going to live without it. It's like, I want this, but I don't want to have to redesign the entire build to actually have it, so I'm just going to survive without it. But I want it. No, I don't. No, I can survive without. You don't have to have all the details, Scots. Trying to be serious was the most miserable 27 seconds. I got 21 seconds to go. I got 21 seconds to go. If you like it and you know, then you really want to know where Fnubbles is trying to go. And I have no idea what's going on in my head. This is not new. Now you're thinking Fnubbles would make a great Oh, that just makes me, that makes 20-ish of us exactly. There is a fun YouTube video. Which is Grand National, sponsored by So Solid Crew or something, and it actually has a horse called Bass and So Solid Crew and all of that. It's very, very wrong. Sends Dragon some Iron Brew. No, I haven't had any Iron Brew yet. I'm actually running low, so I haven't... so I'm currently trying to make my stocks of Iron Brew last longer. Hey, Lotus! Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. For as happy as you can be with a Tuesday, really. I feel like I should be putting in some moss on some of these sections at some point. Just to, you know, cope with the fact that... Let's try that again. Cope with the fact that there's water here. And it would be nice to sort of mossificate some of this building. Just be careful how far you thin it down with rum. It be a rum do. What does the rum do? Well, it makes me feel happier. And sillier. You have no power, so you won't be here for long. No! You have no power over me. The only film in which David Bowie is credited twice. Once, David Bowie. Second time, David Bowie's crotch. Ooh, that one. That reminds me. I wonder when the auction catalogue is going to be sent through for the Jim Henson estate auction. I would love to. Why are we talking about Labyrinth? Because Lotus uttered the phrase "have no power," and my brain just went, "You have no power over me." Thank you for the streak, Lotus. I really do hope you get power back soon. In all seriousness, there is seriousness around here. Just not much. I know what I'm doing when I'm serious. Yes, I'm trying to figure out why I'm being serious if I'm serious. Am I serious about this? No, I look nothing like a star. It glows in the dark. Oh no, that's my brain as a result of the amount of Iron Brew I've drunk over the years. I had a previous manager who used to joke that my brain would probably be slightly tinted orange if they ever did an autopsy on it, due to the amount of Iron Brew. Fnurbles, where are you going, dude? Bad news for anyone you share a brain cell with. Permanently tinted orange brain cell. Yar. No, wait, what? Why does Yar come into this? Nothing to do with a dead Starfleet security officer. Interesting. The shared brain cell be easier to trace if it glowed in the dark. Exactly! And Kel is now complaining about the crimes against the brain cell. I actually quite like the copper lanterns when they've gone completely green. But I might have to override some of them and, you know, de-age them a bit. Introduce them to my axe. I shall introduce them to my axe. Are you asking for some sanity? Because we ain't got any around here. Now, one thing that did cross my mind, just as a result of looking at things over here. Oh, hold on. Let's... No. Close close the door, Scots. I'm wondering if these ones... should be stairs. Kind of makes me think that one should be a stair as well, but that would cause issues with the copper fencing, because the copper fencing will take one look at it and go, haha, I'm not connecting to that. Now that doesn't mean I can't put anything there. Could be a stair on the outside instead of the moss carpet. I was about to say that might be a possibility, Feg. Apparently you and I are both thinking alike, which is highly dangerous. Hello. Can't do that one. Should do those two. Kind of feel like that's an interestingly stupid gap. Poor Feg. Poor Feg? I feel like that should be poor me, not poor Feg. Hey, Urban. Welcome in. Oh, and... we have a Pokemon in chat. What do we have today? We have a Yamper. Anyone need a Yamper? As we yamper through the snow. No, too soon. That might actually help fix some of these anomalies as well. A-yamping we will go, a-yamping we will go. We're wondering where we are. We thought we were camping, you know. I feel like I should be careful with that, with where that train of thought was going, because it's, why are we camping? I don't know, but why are we camping it up? That looks, actually that looks better. That does look better, I think. It looks a bit less like there's a mistake. Hey, hey, there's no sanity. And Scotsman is going crack mad. He's losing all of his map. He's driving all of us crazy. At the risk of fnurbling, chisel stone bricks where the chains join. Looks like a good connecting point. Oh, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that actually... I don't think we actually got round to detailing this last week, and this is... Yeah. I think you're right. I think you might be right. Just nipping in. Speak soon. Take care, Urban. I mean, you could be wrong. Or a sniffer could be trying to confuse you. I bet that the sniffers just sneakily attempt to confuse people so that they can get more What the heck is a sniffer snack? More rum. That might be probably more accurate. Oh, this is going to break all of my lanterns. Oh, well. Just means we have to break and replace. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Stand by your earlier assertion. Probably worth considering extending the lanterns up by a block now, because it looks a bit too short. Actually, now that we've got that in, I think you're right. But what I might do... I think a lightning rod would be too much. I think a wall might be better. I agree. They now look too close to the tops of the pillars.
Please do not leave cases or parcels unattended anywhere on the station.
Let's do the first two, see how it looks.
Be removed without warning.
Hey, Sin Lily, welcome in. That looks good. I wonder. I may have an additional thought. Granted, part of that additional thought is, where did that lantern go? Hey, Elcorn. I think, no, copper bars are way too thin, Feg. That looks wrong. I think it was better on top of the wall. Still, worth ruling it out quickly. I wonder if it would be better on double high wall. How did... If at first you don't succeed, maybe high diving isn't for you. Too tall now. I think it is just the one, isn't it? Yeah. It's just the one. Red sandstone wall, a cha-cha fence. I think... Maybe... I think... I don't know. You've been playing Minecraft too long to be still asking how when a block suddenly goes in completely the wrong direction. I think it should be less how and more fnurbles. Oh, hold on. Duh. Derp. I forgot the walls. Don't worry, Taran. Eventually my brain actually remembers what I'm doing. Usually far enough after it so that it actually becomes a good comedy moment of, whoops, I should have done that. Let's adjust the sequencing in my inventory here. At least when placing walls, you can just stand back and place them. Stand back. He's got a wall and he's gonna use it. There were rumours that... Ooh, that looks so much better. And I think it would be... ooh, do I have the... Do I... No. 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 Yes. Hey, Nordic Wolf. Welcome in. I quite like it with that mix of... Stand back, he's got a warrior of light and he's going to use it. Most anybody trying to summon a primal. Yeah. Lucky for Scots, you don't need the brain cell right now, or it'd be struggling to keep up. Look, I'm not good with... Do normal lanterns pulse? Because I've never noticed the pulsing of lanterns before. They do. Wow. I am failing my observation check then. Subtle like sea lantern. I know sea lanterns do it, and actually I'm going to leave that one fully. Birds do it, bees do it, even sea lanterns do it. Let's pulse a bit. It's more subtle with the white against the yellowish orange than against the green of these. Yeah. I think we tested this and found that they're not actually reducing the light levels when they're oxidizing, so that's a good thing. Are you fully oxidized? I forgot to look. Where did that go? Oh, there it is. Hiding in the grass. That's a fully oxidized. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure lanterns should be allowed to hide in the grass. They're not supposed to be camouflaged properly enough to... Oh, Nevels. Just fell off. Usually it's not the lanterns that are hiding in the tall grass. I fell off the wall. This is the problem. There's no sensible way back onto the wall once you've fallen off of it. Look after yourself, Cal. It's about spray. At least it's not a LAN party. Oh. Another button of doom. Neum. And Nordic Wolf is on a 45 stream streak. What is this, the year 2000? Do not make me have that song running in my head. I do not need to have that song running in my head. It's completely feasible that you didn't see the several ton, 20-foot tall weapon of mass destruction in the 3-inch grass. Sorry, 3-foot grass. Um, Alright. I need a lot of anchor points on this. Oh, and I need a hydrate. I'll hydrate. Apparently Freg and Frauke are now sharing a brain cell. Oh, and Taryn is ensuring we keep the stretch to go with the hydrate. Ow, ow. Thank you, Taryn. Remember to hydrate and stretch. Copy with translation has miraculously... That was Taryn reminding himself to stretch. It's a super fast frigalicious 6-pialidocious, super fast frigalicious 6-pialidocious, super fast frigalicious 6-pialidocious, super fast. Huh? Huh? How? Apparently that was less solid than I thought. And we have a gigalith in chat. That sounds like something that Rendog would create. Yes, here we find Rendog creating the gigalith. To go with giggity. Giggity? No, I am... What? Did I not finish this area of... Did I attempt to catch that already? Nope, I didn't. Fine. Let's catch it. I'll still be here, just listening, lurking. May end up dozing off, so have a good one. Take care, Cal. And thank you for joining us. I should probably eat before somebody yells at me. What are we labeling? Suggesting Rendog is Quagmire. Police today confirmed that the man who fell from the roof of an 18th floor nightclub was not the bounce. Oh! Oh! Chris was occupied with paint.net until I said something about food. I paid attention to myself eventually, Chris. Also, I think we should be throwing elk into the sea, not blast there. I know that it's... Yeah, I know that Blast can quite accurately say I didn't do it for once. Wouldn't yell at me for not eating, just be very disappointed if I died from starvation. I'm fairly sure the difficulty is set to hard. How do I know what difficulty level I'm on? Because I can't check. Old huddle. Oh no. How did that get reset? Apparently the difficulty had been reset back to normal again. I swear, every time I look at this world's difficulty level, it's been reset. Nah, perfectly circular creepers is scary. Just because I've threatened to throw you into a wood chipper occasionally. Oh. Well, I suppose I should get some sleep before the sun sets again. Maybe some of the squirrels reset the difficulty. Yes. Oh, we just blame Blast for everything. Yes. I don't have any andesite stairs. Okay, fine. Let's get one of those. No, that one. I really should put... Oh, I can't put a pressure plate on the outside of that because there's not enough land to put it on. And yet, more or less safe. And how many how many records did you get out of those perfectly circular creepers? Wonders what a perfectly circular charged creeper would look like. Petrifying. Utterly, utterly petrifying. I'm looking at this and wondering if I should... Oh, hey, one of the sniffers has grown up. They must both be close to it. So I'm... Oh, there we go. The other sniffer just grew up suddenly. It's. I half expect a pop as they grow up. It's just like suddenly sniffer. I'm looking at this edge of the wall. I'm wondering if it should be more distinct. Problem is, the only thing I can think of that would be more distinct would be if I were to be using tough. Because I don't want to go too far with the colouring. I'd like to keep it... Did you just sploot? Did you just sploot? Apparently the answer to that is yes. Hey, a picture pod. Thank you. Oh, and so did you. Torch flower seeds. If you find me another one of those, I'll feed you both. How do you mean distinct? Chiseled tough might give it a nice edge. I mean, chiseled might be too much on the grounds that I also want it to have the stairs. Because some of that is just for a closer up angle. You'll notice some of these are stairs to try and actually make the shape look right. Although that... and I may have to do the same with the one look. Actually, I'm not sure I really want to. Suddenly a sniffer in the face. Polished. Well, let's try it. Nope. I'm thinking the tough bricks and polished tough. That's polished tough stairs. Polished and... Where's my tough supply? Eeny, meeny. That's not tough. That's tough. So we've got... Yeah. I think the bricks of a different block, tough, etc. Yeah. Yeah, Ah! I'm flooding my sniffers out. Whoopsie. Ah! Fnurbles. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think I'd like to swap out those a bit. Like so. I mean, I don't have to do much of it to get an idea of what I'm looking at. What I am looking at is a totally stocked up and full inventory again. How is it that my inventory is a complete and utter raving lunatic mess again? Who are you calling a raving lunatic? My inventory and me. Let's have a look. Hello, Hunter. Welcome in. Congratulations on a semicircle's worth of streams this year. Yes, I've gone round the bend. It is a round to it. I shall get around to it. Hope you're doing well, Hunter. Oh, I think that's much. Yes. I think it needs that. Yeah, it kind of needed that as an edging, just to sort of break up the monotony of the constant. And it actually looks better against the blue of the water. And I think I actually need to do the same for the wall level below, which hasn't actually been adjusted yet anyway. Yeah, the slightly green tinge is necessary, I think. Appropriate next to the water. Yeah, I think you're right, Elkhorn. And Feg. Oh. I keep running. How much? What? That? Ow. No. I keep running out of tough. It's not easy having no tough. Do we need to swap cameras? Probably. Hit the button, Scots. I'm good at this forgetting to swap cameras sometimes. And I think if I then put in the tough at the top of the wall that I have just been building as well. Almost entirely the answer to that, Elkhorn, is if you think it needs to be asked, the answer is it wasn't intentional. Miss Ferret, welcome in. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday. I was about to say this fabulous Tuesday, but I'm not sure about that. Are we allowed to be fabulous on a Tuesday? I don't know. I'm just fabulous. Fabulous Tuesday. Sounds like a nightclub event. Yes. Oh, more likely to be a Terry Pratchett character. Now that you've said that. It definitely sounds like it's a Terry Pratchett character. There's a series of books, and I can't remember the name of the... Oh, hey, the spluters have been active again. I can't remember the name of the books, but there's a character in them called... Wait, who is called Tuesday. And I think they investigate books where the main character of the book has been stolen. Or the main concept of a book has been stolen. As in, the book has... somebody's literally gone into the book and stolen something out of it. Hello. You're all nose, and I love it. At least I'm fairly sure that's the concept of the book. Do you ever have those feelings where you're thinking about a book and it just doesn't exist? Oh, that's the way my brain operates sometimes. Surely there's a book in this. Maybe there is, and don't call me Shirley. It's called fanfic. That's just... is it 34 that rule is? 32, 34? I always get the number of that one mixed up. Because there's a rule that says if you think it exists, there's fanfic of it. For an Elden Ring inspired name for one of the sniffers, Gideon Ofnir, the all-nosing. That's not 34. Yeah, I had a feeling it might not be 34. I know I've just placed back the 2 blocks that I took out. 34 is spicy. Oh, well. Wait, we don't want to be spicy on the internet. Wait, that doesn't work either. It's the same principle, just not limited to fanfic. Yeah, that is the problem. No, we absolutely want to be spicy on the internet, just not here. Okay. Yeah, that's probably more accurate. Why do I have a feeling I'm going to turn around and find a nose staring at me? Rule 50, a crossover, no matter how improbable, will eventually happen in fan art, fan fiction, or official release material as a result of fan fiction, often through fan fiction of it, yes. Oh, hello, nose. The nose. The sniffer nose. Do-do. He knows, you know. Yep. It's like the, oh goodness. Suddenly, was it Alec Baldwin or Adam Baldwin that was in, The Shadow? Fairly sure it was one of the Baldwin brothers. The Shadow knows. Jeff Baldwin. I don't ship them. They don't seem to have much chemistry in canon. Joke's on you. Some of the characters I ship aren't even from the same universe. Yep, that sounds accurate for fanfiction. Hey, Kay. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the mayhem, the chaos, and the nose. I feel like I lost a seed. Either that or one of the sniffers is just not sniffing their weight. Well, I guess we're stuck with rain for a while. Because I was half hoping that one of these guys would sniff up another fire seed. What are they? Torchflower seed. Fire sneed. Fire sneed? Fire sneed. Yes. Fires need what? Fires need not to be out in the rain. Yes. Don't you dare throw a dictionary at me. How dare you waste a perfectly good dictionary on me. What did Sneed do to get fired? Which just like makes me think of the line in Hook. Smee, what about Smee? It's been a long time since I've watched Hook. I might have to go and watch that again. Good film, slightly bonkers, but then again, it's a Robin Williams film. So, bonkers is one of the side effects. Rufio, Rufio, Rufio. Yep. For those just arriving who aren't used to this is normal. Don't mind us. We don't bother with normality here. We tried normal ones. It didn't stick. Question. You have electric fences to keep in sniffers, but the Ravagers? Well, yes. Did I hear that I'm not looking for them. I'm just keeping an eye open in case either of these two happen to pick up one Raven. I know I have more over in the Caldera than I shall ever probably need. Also, I'm fairly sure that I might have some in one of these. No, I don't. It's one of those, I'm not going to fly all the way over to the Caldera to get a dozen torchflower seeds when it's perfectly reasonable to ignore them and get the ones from the sniffers that are right next to me. I mean, I'm not actually using this as a sniffer farm. Despite the fact that it might look like it. So that Raven is looking more hummingbird than Raven right now. Raven knows exactly what I mean by that statement. It just turned into a kind of turned into a free-range sniffer farm. Yes, exactly. And by kind of, I mean you mean it's kind of intentional. Really need to sort out this exit. Can I get rid of the rain now, please? Oh, good. Here we find Scotsman occasionally trying to figure out that he is actually doing something. We have made progress-ish. There have been a few blocks placed. Don't hold it against me. I'm just looking at this and thinking, should I continue the tough along the top of this wall? And the answer might be yes. A few blocks placed is an improvement from yesterday. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think I do need to bring the tough all the way along this as well. Why stop there? Every stone was in the land. What? You're doing your standard reread of the Dresden Files ahead of the new book coming out in January. Ooh. Yeah, that seems like a perfectly good thing to be doing. I should probably finish this section of wall. Two stacks of stone on my hot bar and oh, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. I still haven't looked at shelves. Squirrel. Ooh. It's a picture pod. Look, guys, I know you're lovely and doing. What are you doing? Ooh, ah, just a little bit. Ooh, ah, a little bit confused. Ooh, ah, just a little bit. Time to think of the squirrely things. No, we don't have much oak. I'd say we have plenty of birch. Right, if I remember rightly, that is not the recipe. Oh, it's oak. Snurbles. It's stripped logs. Why do you have? Why is it built from the stripped logs? This isn't a sign. No. This isn't a sign that I know what I'm doing. Right, let's temporarily, because shelves are usually smooth. So if I were to... Oh. If I were to stretch... And hydrate. Hell, hydrate! And apparently Taryn just stretched as well. And a stretch to go with it. Oh, yay, yay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Taryn. So let's. Right. So yeah. Ooh. That's pretty cool. And I've just realised if I want to actually do the other half of the test, I actually kind of need something with redstone in it. Now the thing is, I normally keep the hobo and my clock on the right hand side of my inventory. I may have to change that. Actually, no, let's just test with 2. Turn the power on. Oh! Oh, hey, I didn't notice that before. Oh, that's useful. That's useful to know. Also, why did that not affect both of them? I thought that... Oh, and we have a Pokemon in chat for those who might be interested in trying to catch it. Do I have to power both of these? Because apparently I don't have any more levers. Cobblestone, cobblestone, cobblestone pie. Shelves need direct power to all of them. Okay. I thought that it was if you affected any of them. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. The problem is, this means that if I want to... Hold on, let's turn that one off for a minute. The worst thing is... let's do... You, and... No, you. Turn the power back onto there. So now if I... That swaps my entire 6 because they're both powered and both connected. That's useful. But... I can see myself trying to keep just 3 items at the front of my inventory for like that. So it's like, oh, I need a bow. Okay, I need an axe or something to beat something up. Oh, I need a pick. Yeah. And then the right hand 6 of my inventory become a rotating set of building blocks. What? So you oh yeah, if I put a third one here, I will get to that in about 20 seconds, Jerry May. Whoop, no. Oh, hold on. Let's just turn this off. So if I do that, at which point, if I click this, my entire hotbar changes. This is the latest release, yes. This came in with the Copper Age. But the other really nice thing is that you can theoretically hook hoppers up to this so that you can actually have these things being constantly refilled. So if I had one of these being, say, rockets, I could have rockets being completely kept filled for me. I think I need to have a think about that. Because my hotbar usage is... I normally... Yeah. Danger. Thinking causes splats. Yeah. Speaking of splats, I need to go and do some shopping over in Gordonstein. So let's quickly empty my inventory. Actually, I'm going to put that back into the redstone. And put the redstone back into there. Pick up my wallet. But yeah, the shelves are interesting. If nothing else, they are a very interesting shaped block. Because I can now do this, for example. And have an I-beam. A wooden I-beam in the middle of a building. The only problem is the vertical bars on that don't look exactly the nicest. Well, I don't know. That could actually be quite useful. I'd not gotten to the... It's the closest we're ever getting to get the vertical slabs. It is so far. Right. To Gordonstein. To Pinglesnoop. They look great for making pillars. Yes, they do. Nope. I'll come back to that train of thought in a minute. We have... I keep forgetting that there is absolutely nothing around this portal anymore. I'm like, why am I in the middle of nowhere? It's like, yes, suddenly the nether has disappeared around this portal. Doesn't Mojang say vertical slabs because it would make builds too easy and decrease... I can't see us decreasing creativity with anything being added to stuff. Just look at the amount that people will just build ridiculous even with what we've got. I need to make this tunnel longer. This tunnel is not long enough to support a tower yet. Right. Let's go and check Jerry May's book and figure out what where we are and what we're getting. Hello. There we are, Jerry May. So, where are we? We are Iron boots. Hold on. Where are we going? Swampalicious, building 6. Gentlemen. Alright. Do we have a Gordon named Thag Simmons? Not that I remember. This is where we have a slight issue that I don't have a search index for Gordons. For a minute, it looked like the the baby was holding up the. It looked like the baby was holding up the Ravager. I know babies can absolutely. Oh no! Gotta lift to get those gains, bro. Gotta lift to get those gains. Yeah. Come on. Would you mind going back over there so that I can get that photo? Meanwhile, Cutie has a pair of Thank you for the boops, Cutie. I didn't realise that I was within range. Apparently, Cutie wanted to make sure that I got my boops. Gotcha. Right. Good news is we actually have some trained Gordons right now. Oh, hey. Woohoo. I actually have booties. The Daily Boops. Yes. That sounds like it should be a newspaper article. Also, at some point, I have a feeling I need to move to llama. Wait. Where are the llama? They're staring at us through the fence. It's disturbing. I'm being stared at by the llama. Swampalicious. 1 set of boots. Your sword is called Bootalicious. And thank you for the llama for the armor upgrade, not the llama upgrade. We don't have llama upgrades. Don't ask for them. I don't know what a llama upgrade would be. If you or anyone else has the foggiest clue what a llama upgrade would be, please don't tell me. I'm not really sure I want to know. Llama armor. Yeah, 1 set of booties. Different ranks of the Laminati. For the No Drama Safety Llama, a new clipboard. The Daily Boops, the Gildenstein editorial that includes at least 1 fact about Ravagers. That sounds like something that is in the same sort of vein as all of the articles and so forth that that Blast does about pufferfishes. I'm also slightly worried about the number of Ravagers that seem to decide that they just want to defy gravity. This is the second Ravager that is defying gravity. Oh, of course, it's Deja from Ritsu. Ritsu, your Ravager's defying gravity. Why does your Ravager wish to defy Deja Ravager? Yes. Why is your Ravager? I mean, that's the second one. We got another one over here that's defying gravity. Invincible. I defy physics. Ask me how. Danger. Low-flying Ravager. This Ravager has not touched the ground in months. How's the Batmobile doing? The Batmobile is... Cow. Let's go and check on the Batmobile. Fairly sure the Batmobile's down here, isn't it? Holy Grail, Truck-kun. The Batmobile seems to be just hanging out. Hello, Batmobile. Oh, and Boopy. I was not expecting you to be Boopy. Apparently the Batmobile is cranky. I do so look forward to the day when I decide to take... we get enough other new things for people to spend their points on that Gordonstein gets basically retired. How's Ben Herm? I don't even remember where Ben Herm is. The Batmobile has anti-personnel weapons systems. Yes. Where is Ben Herm? Oh, Dirt. Ben Herm is in the racetrack. And we have another Pokemon in chat, for those who might be trying to catch. A Girafarig? Wants to neglect... No. I want to make it so that they become even more special, because you will have reached the point where there cannot be any more. Granted, I have a sneaking suspicion that'll be several decades from now at this rate. Are you here? Yep, Ben Herm is doing fine. And I'm now surrounded by Ravagers, which is not the best of things. Ow. Just crashed into a lamppost. I'm not even carrying a bed. Let's quickly go and... Scots, you still need a racing Ravager, and we still have spare. We still have space. It's just that eventually we will run out of space, and I won't have had time to build things. I mean, we're already getting fairly close to that on a couple of things. You'll never be able to eat string cheese in... Pardon? There. It's another portal that I get confused at. Oh, hold on. I need to mark that request as complete. Oh, your cat has decided they like string cheese. Don't worry, Cal. I suspect it'll... We're looking at probably another 2 years the way I'm going. I would not assume that I'm going to retire anything at any point in the very near future. My ability to complete builds is not the fastest. And that's the rush date. Yeah. Raven has the points for 4 Ravagers and 2 Gordons. Orbital drop shock Ravagers. Oh, that just makes me think of... I don't know which season it was of Hermitcraft, but... there was a season of Hermitcraft where they had... I think it's the same season as the Boatum Hole, where they actually at one point dropped a about 100 Ravagers onto someone. And they gave all the Ravagers 8. Yeah, I think you might be right, TGN. Yeah. They had all the Ravagers in a giant floating eye in the sky, and something happened to trigger explosions to break open the eye, and then the Ravagers all came floating out of it because they'd been doused with a splash potion of Slowfall. And so there were like 100 Ravagers slowly falling out of the sky, and then it just went berserk. Tango dropping Ravagers on Botan. That sounds about right. It's one of the most hilarious things I've actually seen for a while. When the hermits go berserk, they really do go berserk in surreal and fun ways. Falling rat. Fag. Don't get ideas. Someone did not know they should. I suspect that should have been called AAR. As in AR. Anti-aircraft Ravagers. Or even anti-aerial Ravagers. They're difficult to fit into a dispenser. Relax. Anti-aircraft Ravagers sounds like Ravagers fired at aircraft. I mean, if you were a Ravager, sorry, I'll start that one again. If you were an aircraft and you suddenly had a Ravager aimed at you, yeah, you wouldn't survive long. Meanwhile, at 30,000 feet, Trump. Dear. If I recall correctly, the Ravagers were retaliation for the boat explosion that the boat... Yes. Ravagers with anti-aircraft emplacements on the top of them. Because every Ravager needs the ability to hunt down a well-destroyed meal. You've had it with these fnurbling Ravagers on this fnurbling plane. Oh. Fnurbles. I need... You're 7,000 points away from needing to come up with a Ravager name. Won't somebody think of my sanity?
Crap, dirty, Turkish, Harkabat, flat, important, Philip, Bunker, Martin, Perkaluma, Burton.
Why did I put those in? Welcome in, Blackclad, and thank you for the 10 stream streak that would have been higher if Twitch hadn't fnurbling hated you. I mean, Twitch fnurbles everybody over. How are you doing, Blackclad? Welcome in, Squirrel Space Force Commander. $164,000 points, and still wondering if we'll ever get netherite armor for Gordons. There's another reason for why I keep running large amounts of Oh, why, 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 oh, why, oh, why? I have been collecting ancient debris. I keep... and no, I'm not planning on making a netherite beacon. Why is my... Hold on. No, I goes there. You're good, just tired. Well, take care of yourself, Blacklad. Who was it who had a challenge for themselves of a netherite beacon? Was that Pix? Obviously, you're planning a build using lodestones. Those are... I've been using lodestones, Cyber. They're cheaper. Yay! They only need iron nowadays. Yay! Yeah, that was 2 updates back, Cyber. I'm letting Landstrad finish sorting themselves out. The recipe for a lodestone is now 8 chiseled stone bricks and an iron ingot. Is there a Joker in the Gordon list? Landstrad would be able to tell you that one. I need to empty my inventory and go shopping. This time I definitely need to go shopping. I don't think I have diamond armor to hand. If not, it needs to be full purple armor. There is no oubliette, so I haven't funded one. I don't think Cyber is a Gordon yet. If not, it needs full purple armor. Since there is deep enough hole to put him in, we're going to purchase one. Hey, Bad Moon, welcome in. You catch me as I am apparently going back to Gordonstein for the second time in this stream, because apparently people are correctly being trolls, or gremlins, depending on what we feel like calling them that day, and deciding that just shortly after I get back from Gordonstein, is the nether not deep enough? Oh, I need to sleep the moment I get to the overworld. Lovely. I'm still not carrying a spare bed. I need to upgrade these portals being fully shaped. Actually, I need to relocate that. Oh no, I need to relocate that portal. Because it was planned before we decided that I wasn't allowed to have portals without towers. AKA, before the scope crept again. Scope creep? In this world? Always. Alright, let's go and get some diamond armor. Taran. You know that this week we're going to have to start on those 7 towers. That's not just a tormenting flex. That is just a plan. Jack Joker White. Excellent. Right, do we have... Well, we've got a pair of diamond booties. What are the odds that this is going to... Oh, hold on. I have emeralds here. Why did I bring emeralds to go shopping when I actually have a decent supplier? Right, let's see. Protection. Oh, hold on. Let's repair my diamond pickaxe that's slightly broken. And a helmet. And a chest plate. And purple leather armor. Oh, excellent. Hold on while I'm definable. Right, let's get the purple leather armor while we're here. Boing. 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 Supplier and hush stones. You want the green stuff? We have the green stuff. And for those attempting to catch any Pokemon at all, we have a Natu in chat. Which apparently Feg doesn't have. Right, let's see. I don't know why I just looked at the storage lockers. Oh, we have somebody new wanting to join the Pokemon hunting. Hey, and you get a Quoxley. Nice. Let's get a tunic from Ray. Actually, does Ray have hats? Ray does not sell hats. Ray, you've just failed me. Come on, Egon. Let's buy a leather cap from you. Right. And now we need to wash off all of that. And I will need to do that. And that. And this. Well, congratulations on joining the Pokemon community game. The way it works is you now have a set of... Congratulations, you have joined the Kodan Armada fighting against Zul. No, wait, no, that's the last Starfighter. Slightly different. There is below stream if you're on PC, or in one of the add-on tabs if you're on mobile, the Pokemon Community Game add-on, which will allow you to see the Pokemon you have, see the inventory that lets you know how many Pokeballs and other items you do have, the amount of money that you get as a result of watching a stream now that you've gotten that activated, and of course the opportunity of going into the Poke Shop to buy Pokeballs. You can use the Pokeballs to catch Pokemon. From that, you will be able to choose to trade those for getting money, or you will be able to put them into a team and fight against other Pokemon in the stadium using the app, or fight against other people via the app as well. Anything I've missed, Frauke? The Frauke Information Service is fantastic with all of this. I feel like we just need a pre-recorded introduction as narrated by Professor Frauke for those times when somebody starts their Pokemon journey. Oh, or at least I probably need to have a class gotta catch 'em all then. Correct. Classic, yeah. You can both trade for another random Pokemon or sell for money. That might be the only bit I missed. Purple dye. I don't have enough purple dye. Fortunately, I have blue and red. There we are. And you said purple dyed leather. You did say purple dyed leather armor, didn't you? I am trying to pay attention. Badly. Yes, purple in colour. Excellent. I know what I'm doing, even if it doesn't sound like it. Right. Rockets. Come on. Whee! That would be amazing. Just make a Poke Lab and then dub over this. Oh god, please don't make me build a Pokemon Poke Lab into my world just so that I can actually... no. I just had an idea to stick into some of the basement research labs areas of Jurassic World. Oh no. There you go. I guess add some Pokemon from the head pack. That was where my brain was going, Feg. I don't have the head pack, but I'm sure I can just import them. And I'll need a new skin, Professor Fnurbles. Science R&D build where they're making portable animal containers, aka Pokeballs. You know, it just, yeah, this morning you were working down the street and were attacked by a violin, a French horn, and a clarinet. It was an orchestrated attack. Oh! Right. Where's Landstrad's book? Just so that I can... JK... Lotus... Huh? Oh, Landstrad's all the way up here. Feg throws a grand piano at Elk. Taran, sensiblechuckle.jpg. Raven, was it well orchestrated? And Superfast Feg, it was conducted under dubious circumstances. Right, so Batman is getting leather, chain, iron, diamond. So they're getting all the way up through all of the options. I'm wondering whether or not I should actually have, acquired all of those to put into a chest for Batman, so that they can have all the bat suits. I forgot to look. Which building was Batman in? Oh, I know which building Batman's in. Number 4. Are you harping on, Feg? Pretty sure it was a repeater Fender. It was Beethoven's Fit. That. Neither of these doors are easy to get into. Batman doesn't just have his own mansion. Honestly, half of this build, or most of this build, is, yeah, there we are. Batman, Red Robin, the Signal, Robin, Nightwing, Alfred, Commissioner Gordon. A large portion of this building is owned by Batman. Oh, and it's dark. Why Well, there's no way I can sleep around here. They're all having a rave. At some point, I really must remember to put a bed up at the upper areas of Gordonstein so that I don't have to keep going down into the lower reaches of Gordonstein to sleep. All of most of large portion, give it any other few minutes, and we'll be down to a small fragment of this building. Look, just because my memory is a bit fragmented. Look after yourself, Mad. Thank you for joining us. The Gordon accommodations get rave reviews. Oh. Right. So, Batman's armor. Hey, cat servant. There we are. One set of diamond armor for Batman. Blah. I'm being attacked by a cat servant. So, let me clear Landstrad's purchases as successful. Batman, 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 Batman. Alright. I notice we've still got a spare... We've got a spare slot in this building, and I feel like it might be the appropriate place to put... Oh, really? Excellent. Apparently if I use... Iron Jesus, you're almost on time, but a little bit early. What? Oh. This can only end well. Yep. It really is. You can, at least Red Hood is in another building. Exactly. Let me out. Trying to get a Gordon into this building is going to be interesting, though. I have no idea, Taran. It has perpetually made me wonder what the heck. The worst thing is, I actually recognize that it exists and am able to think around it. There we are. There's Blackclad. Right next to Blast Jordan and Aldi. No, hold on. I can do paperwork. Really, I can. If I have time, yeah, I can do that, Landstrad, while I'm in the building. I have to hop up on the shelf. So far, we have Commissioner Gordon, Batman, Batgirl, Alfred, Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, Spoiler, Robin, Oracle, The Signal, the unbeatable Squirrel Girl, and the Batmobile. You have a lot of the Bat fam, but not quite all of them. And if we start taking into account all of the Bat Fam, not anywhere near all of them. Fairly sure. Damien is Robin. Yep. Now comes the fun thing. Or the fun part. Trying to get another Gordon into a building that basically is already a melting pot of Gordons. I sworn I had some dirt in one of these. Which... Ah, there it is. It's raining. Right. First things first, I need a name tag. Conveniently, I happen to have a supply of name tags. I think I bought them recently. Right. One name tag. Fortunately, I have XP levels. Now we need a boat and a lead. Red Robin is Tim. Landstrad is purchasing an old Betsy. Any preferences on what the Betsy is? We have a Sylveon. Iron Sword named Crowbar. We can do that. Sir, would you mind? Where are you off to? How dare you just walk straight over the... Look. No, no, no. You don't get to... Blackclad. I'm blaming you for this one. He doesn't seem to want to be well trained anymore. Sir. I don't suppose I've actually got any iron around here. That would be too easy. Right. Before I do anything, let's go and get a sword named Crowbar. So that I can actually have made it. It's the Joker. Am I surprised? No, I'm not. That's partially the problem. I know I have iron over here. How did I not crash into that building? Thank you for the 200 response. I'm going to finish dealing with all of the redeems that are currently in the queue. Any others will have to wait. Things are going to get fixed today, don't worry. I will finish the queue today. Before wrapping up. Which is going to result in me having to chase the Joker around a bit, I think. One iron sword.
Great horny toad.
Really? I've started, so I'll finish. Yep. Jason Todd's career as Red Robin ended with the Joker beating him mostly to death. Okay, and then blowing him up. Because, of course, the Joker was always the sort of person who really, really didn't actually feel like overdoing it. Right, so... Crowbar, Jack Joker White. I don't need a minecart because we're going into a building. I might have a few spare minecarts. I don't know why. Right, let's get this guy downhill. Is it me or does everything feel a little bit washed out when it's raining? And that wasn't intentional. I didn't mean that pun. Same reason I have spare everything else. Have you met my, my storage room? Congratulations, IKEA is full. But don't crash. Yes, Kibo, 200 has been announced. I'm just dealing with all of the Gordons. Excellent. I reckon I can sneak in through the window. I'm gonna bring the Joker in through the window. Boy, does that feel like it's appropriate. But first, I need to sleep again. Surprise! The Joker comes in through the window. I forgot I had a bed up here. I hadn't even remembered it because the Joker was jumping all over it. Something about intruder. Intruder window. Yes, exactly. Right. Okay, I'm going to name tag you before we go through the wall and through the window. Hello. Don't mind me, just bringing in your new roommate. Did anyone else think that was almost easy? Hello. We have the Joker. So much mayhem. Right. Let's get this into play. Oh, hold on. No, there. I'd already put the armor stand in place. Let's put the leather armor onto the armor stand. They are black-clad. We have almost easy. What's going to go horribly wrong now? Probably everything in my brain. So there we are. Thank you, black-clad, for another another Gordon into the place. How to have fun? Squirrel, welcome in. You catch us as we are slowly getting to the point of wrapping up, but we still have chaos to finish. Please ignore all of the Gordons. They're having fun, honest. Alfred, Nightwing, hi. Guys. I'd like to get out. Alright. And let's see. Squirrel. We have many squirrels around here. Some of us are even 12 squirrels in a trench coat. I'm going to snooze the ads for a little bit. Planning to hop on for a few in case I was wrapping up. I will be wrapping up in a few minutes. I still have one redeem to do for Landstrad. And then it is time for Pretties mode, where we will get to look at what I've actually built today with Thingamawhat's switched on. Shaders, that's the word. I noted down the fact that I needed it as a sword. Who was this for? Red Hood. Thank you. I scrolled back, Raven. It was for Red Hood. Nightwing, Red Hood. Oh! They've already got an old Betsy. They're in building 2. Your cat is lying on your side and he almost fell off. Whoopsie. I don't know. We'll have a... Blah. Hey, Nanian. Let's have a look at what we've got. You may have already Gordon Godfrey, Red Hood, has an old Betsy. Do you want that swapped for an iron sword called Crowbar, and we will actually just redeem your points. There you are. I'll refund your points, Landstrad. There you are. Woohoo! So, I've refunded you that and swapped it for you. Right, so let's put the old Betsy back into the stores. Whee! Hey ho, hey ho. I mean, I was tempted to say name another one of your Gordons, but it's quicker just to refund it. Right. Death in the family only gets wilder after the death of Jason Todd. Yeah. I seem to remember you mentioned this one before, Landstrad, and it was a heck of a ride for information. Let's hit the second snooze, so we've got 11 minutes. I am actually just going to keep my main account in the recruitment center. And then we will swap over to the cam account and go to Pretty's mode. Because I'm not making you wait while I fly back to Jurassic World. Just so that you can see Pretty's in the cam account anyway. Right, what I should do is eat. But yes, thank you to everyone who's just done redeems. Those are, as always, absolutely amazing. Tired, so not talking much. Don't worry. Fantastic to have you here. Even if you lurk, it is amazing. Right. Cam account. And turn the audio to... Alright. Now, we might not have managed... Actually, we managed quite a bit here. We've got most of that wall in place, and we've got the sniffers going, and we've updated the sniffer pen. That looks a lot better with the tough. It's more subtle in this view, in Pretty's mode. And I do like the changes that we did to the... Yes, thank you, Black Lad. That is exactly what I was trying to say. Yeah, the changes to the wall look great. And, of course, we have our two sniffers. Roughly a 58,400% increase in blocks placed compared to yesterday. It is. Kind of looks like there's a very slight lip. That was the idea, and I'm glad of that. I mean, it looks just as good without shaders. And then you see the airship in the background and go, where did this thing come from? That feels like it's the screenshot for the day. Hello. Hey, Ginger. Sniffer nose comes straight into screen. As the nose gets closer and closer and closer. Well, I mean, the nose couldn't actually see us because this is the cam account in spectator mode. Yeah, I like the way that this building's going. And I think we're going to have fun with the next layer up. And then we should start putting in some of the interior. Including at some point, maybe the nose could smell me. Wow. Apparently the cam account is a bit smelly. And Fnurbles is still running around, which is always nice. Hey, Fnurbles. in his perpetual goal of moving around bits of netherrack. Poor Fnurbles. I almost feel bad that I actually have no way for Fnurbles not to be constantly working. But... And the redstone torches look good. Yes, the copper golem I upgraded about 3 days after it became available and immediately got one put to work in this area. I will be planning on putting more in. I like the idea of... It is Ginger. I've spent a lot of time making that work, and now we're building the docking stations for it. The mooring towers for the airships. This is the Hindengast. Add in a redstone timer so that it takes a random amount of time before the block arrives back in the source chest. I mean, we already have a random timer because sometimes Fnurbles wanders off in a different direction. And the copper golems are adorable. Hope it doesn't go up in flames. I'm hoping that as well. And as the sun sets over all of this, we get to see the sniffers after dark. Wait. That's interesting. Why is the cam account casting a shadow? That doesn't sound right. Yes, it really doesn't. However, Captain, we need more lift. Someone break out the beans. Yes. I have not done that one, Ginger. I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. Cameraman may be invisible, but the camera isn't. That seems to be the case. I'm not quite sure why the camera count is suddenly casting shadows. I may need to check on that. Unfortunately, the person I was going to raid out to has stopped streaming. So, I need to find a different target. That's annoying. Who the heck are they? Okay, I've got a random thing. Why do I have to stream during your nap time? I'm sorry, Ginger. I've been doing it for so long. I would find it very difficult to change. Let's see. Who can we raid out to just for the fun and to make sure that we get and Moshana has been caught by Glam Pixie and Squirrel. Excellent. No. Ooh, hello. I raided. Ah, yes. Could ask, why do you nap during my stream time? I mean, that seems a reasonably good question as well. Stretch, because you don't need to keep them synced now that, right. And, well, let's get a stretch in while I finish. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. Thank you. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish the outro in a second. Really, I will. Really, I will. Thank you to everyone for joining me today. It has been lovely having everyone here. Be you chatters, lurkers, chaos gremlins. Yes, I'm calling out the chaos gremlins as well. Thank you to everyone for joining me. It has been lovely having you here. And we have made progress. There was some building. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be continuing with the work around Jurassic World. And now I need to figure out how to build a Pokemon lab. Because of course I do. I don't wonder. Blacklad is just one of the gremlins. Yes. I am going to send us over to the fabulous Soup, who has just found a stronghold, and it looks like they have just been absolutely ruined by reality. Not reality, by RNGesus, because it's missing every single one of the of the Eyes of Ender. So, I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.